Hi guys, welcome to Vote Sports. Today we are going to be talking about Julian Alvarez. Manchester City have accepted the bid for him to move to Atletico Madrid. That bid worth 75 million euros plus 20 million add-ons, making it the total bid about 95 million euros. That will be the highest money Manchester City have accepted for any player in their history. Now, Julian Alvarez have decided to move to Atletico Madrid. What is the problem? Is it because that he doesn't trust Pep? Is it because of game time, or because he wants to be a main guy? So we are going to be talking about that on this show. Okay, John, why is he moving? Why is he moving from Manchester City? It's like moving from A to B because Manchester City is the A club. Now he's moving. I won't call Atletico a small club, but you know that Manchester City is bigger than
Of course,
Atletico.
with due respect to the Atletico Madrid side, they haven't won the La Liga in a couple of years, and they're not even challenging for a Champions League finals or to win the Champions League. So it's a step down if you consider going to a club where you're going to be winning titles. Is a step down for Alvarez. But then Alvarez already has a complete set of trophies
He
in
won
his
everything
trophy
in football.
cabinet. He's won everything in football, like you rightly said, and is now looking towards maintaining his spot in the national team. And to do that, you have to be playing week in, week out. You have to have a lot of game time under your belt. You have to be the star man at your club. Lautaro Martinez is the star man at Inter Milan and he's winning titles with Inter Milan. He's winning there. He's also playing a lot of game time at Inter Milan, and he needs to match that to hold down the starting spot at the Argentine national team.
He almost lost that starting belt at the Argentine team, but probably the Argentine couldn't trust him, so he started some of the way, even though Martinez came in and became the highest goal scorer of the tournament. That probably got to his head because this guy that actually came after every time the EU is substituted, he scores a goal. Now he's the captain of Inter Milan. He's starting for Inter Milan. If I continue with Manchester City and I don't get enough game times, I might lose my starting belt for Argentina team. Do you think that was it he said? That's what he was thinking about?
Yeah, the comments that came out of his camp was that he's not getting enough time and that he's not playing in key matches for Manchester
I think
City.
the key match is part of his problems.
Yeah, but then if you look at his game time last season, he's in the top 1% of players in Manchester City with regards to game time, and then you can't really determine those key moments. For example, at City, we know that the top man is Erling Haaland. He's the one that gets the goals. You can't even bench Erling Haaland.
It's not possible.
Because he's always fit. He's always putting in his work ethic. He's working hard for the team and all of that. And then you can't bench him unless he's injured. Okay, and then even last season we saw Pep Guardiola bring Julian Alvarez in playing behind Erling when Kevin De Bruyne was not available. But then he feels that he's not doing enough and he needs more. And Atletico Madrid, they just sold Alvaro Morata to AC Milan. They are about selling Samuel Morodion, and then there's a gaping hole in their attack and they need a star man. They need a marquee signing. So the project is come to Atletico Madrid, get all the game time you want, be the star man, be the face of the project, just as Erling Haaland and Kevin De Bruyne for a couple of years now have been the face of Man City. Come over to Atletico, be the face of Atletico, lead the line, and then get what you want. So that's the appeal.
Atletico is cooking. I love what they are cooking in La Liga. Now, bringing in Alvarez, do you think that they can mount that challenge against Barcelona and Real Madrid, because that are the two main teams in Spain?
Yeah, you have to consider them as top contenders because they didn't just bring in Alvarez, they are bringing in Conor Gallagher,
yes.
And then a couple of other smart signings that people are not making noise about in Europe.
They brought in a defender.
Yes, so you have to look at the Atletico Madrid side and say yes, they should be in the top two position this season. They should be gunning for the title. Whether they are going to make it at the end of the day is yet to be seen. So but these signings have put them in a better standing than they were last season. Last season was terrible for them to see the likes of Girona finish ahead of them, and the likes of Barcelona as well finish ahead of them. So I think they've learnt their lesson from last season, and they are trying to make those corrections. We spoke about Morata not coming in big with the goals when he needed it last season, and they've got a Julian Alvarez who scores for fun, who scores for Argentina and for City. Hopefully with him now leading the line and every other person in the team obviously being built around him, they should get a lot of goals
Now,
this season.
part of the issues with Atletico Madrid is that they play, probably I call it anti-football. They play mostly on the counter attack. They don't build up like City. They don't play build up, because if you look at City, there is no way a striker will be at City and play a full game without getting at least 7 chances to score a goal. But
Granted.
now at Atletico, they play a different kind of football. Do you think that Alvarez can fit in that goal? Because if you look at Argentina national team, most times they dominate, so he has chances. At City, most times they dominate. Most times they dominate actually, and he has chances. Now at Atletico, he might not really have that kind of chances he gets in the Argentine team and the Manchester City. Now, do you think that style of play, do you think that he can affect him? Because if you look at him, he's a hustler. He hustles. I like the way he can run for 90 minutes, which fits in Simeone's style of play. He loves players that can run. But the issue is the tactics. Do you think that he can fit in Simeone's tactics?
Yeah, if you look at the way Simeone plays, Simeone likes to play a defensive game, a very conservative game where you're not giving too much away. You defend the ball when you have the ball. You look for breaks to inflict a counter attack on your opponent, and he fits into the mold in the sense that he has space. He can break the ball, he can take the ball, and he can go on a run. He has that as well. And then he has, if you look at the side, he has credible wingers too to support him. So is he going to fit into the way they play? Yes. But the thing is, let's not forget that what's his name now? Diego Simeone loves to win games, even though he is not playing full attack 90 minutes. Okay, so if he gets in, he scores a goal, he packs the box and defends, fine and good. But then let's see how it's going to play out, because he can fit into that mode as the last man up front when everybody is back. He's the last man up front, so you just need to have a CM behind him, give him the ball, and he makes that run, or he can put it up to the wing and move into the middle. So it's going to be a little adjustment for him, in the sense that he's not always going to have that forward freedom to run and go forward. He's now going to have to be comfortable
all those
holding the ball and bringing other teammates into possession areas, and then also he also needs to be comfortable now going in for the tackle to dispossess an opponent and then release the ball to the wing. So he has to be a shift in the way he plays, but then ultimately whenever they need to get the goals and they need to attack, he's going to enjoy the attack.
Yes, I think finally why he's actually moving, he needs game time, because as we also said in this beginning of the show, he has won everything. He has won the World Cup, the Copa America, the Premier League, the Champions League. So I'm not thinking that he's looking for any trophies to win, and probably I think Atletico might offer him more, maybe slightly above what City is offering, because City bought him for £14 million, and I think they are paying him somewhere around 80 to 100. So, but Atletico will offer him more, and he will play more for Atletico. Okay, let's see what happens with Julian Alvarez. That bid has already been accepted. Now they are talking, and he has already accepted the personal term, but the clubs are trying to finalize the deal for him to move to Atletico. Let's hope that he goes there and do it, because he is the person that I love play. I was wishing my club buys him. I don't need to talk about my club now, but when he goes to Atletico, hopefully he will do well and help Atletico win the La Liga title and mount maybe a good challenge for the Champions League. See you guys next time.